From L.I.F.E Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This is caught by Jackson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Sanders toss left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 34-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 27. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that earlier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
We're scoreless after 1. From the 25 on second down, Jones will get this out to Barkley, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Barkley on the carry.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
On second down, here's Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And yes, he found Toilolo. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Giants.
Levine Toilolo. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And it's third down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he connects with Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15.
That Eagle first down wins to Ertz.
Philadelphia.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's third and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Giants add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On the play. First down, Eagles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wentz to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time they got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Wentz to throw again. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Blake